Hey guys, so it's tuna season on the west coast right now. I went ahead and bought some new jigs in preparation for a trip that I'm gonna take in a few months. Right now this one's a Shimano and this one's a Nomad Buffalo. So what I'm gonna do is just show you the differences between these two jigs. One of my friends is considering buying some new jigs for the trip as well, and just asked me what I thought about these two, so I'll open them up and show you. This is a Shimano jig. This is a 350 gram jig. It's a pretty hefty one. The hook that you see on the end of it is a new hook that I went ahead and brazed on myself. So this is stainless steel ring, and this is a 8/0. I forget what the model number is, but it's a Mustad. It's a heavy duty hook. And then I went ahead and brazed on another stainless steel ring to a ball bearing swivel. What comes with this jig is usually just a set of little assist hooks. They're fine on their own usually, but for bigger Bluefin, I don't think they'd hold up, so I went ahead and took those off and just added this ring. I'll probably do the same to the Buffalo jigs as well. But as you see, Shimano does a really good job on their jigs. This is pretty much perfect. It's smooth, no bumps in the finish. It's really glossy. It's really just a really good looking jig. Also an expensive jig. I think this one cost me $25. So they're not cheap, but you get what you pay for in most cases with Shimano. Whether or not it catches fish, who knows? We'll see. So also this thing is about 5.5 inches, not including the rings, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna put this off to the side and try not to get stuck. And now I'm gonna open up these Buffalo jigs. So let's go ahead and cut this package open. This is a 320 gram jig. It's got this sticky packaging that it's really hard to get the jigs out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off. Okay, so here we go. As you see, this is a 320 gram jig. It's pretty hefty, and it comes with an assist hook. Looking at this, pretty decent split ring. I'm not sure if I would trust this little ring on bigger fish though. Let me see if that'll focus in there. It's got a little bit of a flat spot on there, and might cut through this braid. For smaller fish, I think it would be fine. This hook feels a little weird though. Not sure what the brand is. Let's take a look at the point, so I can get this piece of plastic off. Whew. And as you can see there, that is a really tiny little barb. I don't know if that'll focus in, but it's just kind of a little nubbin. I don't even know if it feels like a metal sliver almost. So just keep that in mind, that if you're fishing for bigger fish, you might want to change this hook out. I don't think I have any problems with it. It feels pretty sturdy. It feels a little light, so I don't know what type of mixture of steel this is, but I'm assuming this jig is made in China. So it says it was designed and tested in Australia, but doesn't actually say where it was made. I'm gonna assume China because most of these jigs are coming out of there right now, which isn't really a problem. But it's weird. So as you see, the fit and finish on these jigs isn't as good as the Shimano's. Right out of the package, I've got this kind of bubbling. So it looks like just some of the foil bubbled up a little bit. It's not as clean. I can tell that there's a transition point between the stripes here, unlike the Shimano. You can tell that they just painted the jig and then overlaid some foil striping on here. The back feels really nice though. The rings are solid as far as I can tell. The little eye is just pasted on there. You can tell it's just a sticker. Outside of that though, it's a nice jig, and it's a lot cheaper. I think this one's $17 versus $25. And it comes with an assist hook that, isn't too bad for all intents and purposes. It's just that little nubbin on the end of it might not be as sturdy as you want it to be. So it's up to you if you want to change them out. I'll probably go ahead and change these hooks out as well. Obviously the fit and finish is just kind of a cosmetic thing to the to the fisherman. It doesn't really matter. Fish will bite it as long as it has the right action, and you know, it's yet to be seen which one of these works better, at least for me. Both of them have this little keel design. As you see it here, it's kind of like a boat hull. Makes the jig flutter. This one has a really pronounced kind of keel, I guess. And the Shimano has more of a subtle one. And it's definitely a larger jig towards the back, if you look at the size comparison. This one kind of slopes more like a diamond jig does. So that's pretty much the difference between the two. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to go ahead and take this assist hook off and weld on a solid ring, and then probably use another assist hook, just a different one that I made versus this one, just because of the little barb. Alright, hopefully that helped. Have a good one. Alright, just to make sure that this one wasn't like an outlier on these jigs, I went ahead and opened up the rest of the packages. So this one's a Gypsy from Nomad as well. I don't know if you can see this. It's a little cosmetic defect here as well when they were putting on the foil. Outside of that, jig looks good. This is another Buffalo. Don't know if you can catch this on the camera, but again, part of the foil here is a little bit rough. Outside of that, jig is okay. And then I have another Buffalo Nomad, when this one seems like it's almost perfect. So yeah, this one looks much better. So again, if the cosmetics are important to you, just keep that in mind. Shimano's are pretty much everyone I've gotten out of the package looks like this, just absolutely gorgeous. But again, it all comes down to if they catch fish. So I don't think the finish really matters that much, but it's your money. If you're paying for something and you're not okay with some of these little cosmetic blemishes, go ahead and get the Shimano. But again, it's really what the fish want. All right.